Hey guys, it's ExandShadow. Welcome back to the Kirby 64 Let's Play. And now we're on to the slightly more plausible Aquastar. And yeah, so we've got a level called Aquastar. You know what that means. It's time for the water-themed world. Yay. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of water levels in anything. Honestly, I don't particularly care for the floatiness of the Mega Man water levels. I don't like how slow Metroid water levels are, or Sonic, or Mario, or anything. It just, water levels suck. But, yeah, now we've got, Fire Rock, Kirby, where you become, I think it's supposed to be a volcano, and you shoot, rocks. Yeah. It's marginally useful. You could do a whole lot worse. But just in general, it's not the best power-up. I just show it off just because. The problem with it is that you have to aim it manually. You start up pointing up, and then you have to press left and right to aim your shots. And sometimes it's just not quick enough to aim. You know, it's one of those times when you wish that you had contra aiming, where you could just press the button and you automatically aim that way, as opposed to the sort of, you have to turn and then manually aim, and then that's just sort of a pain in the ass. So anyway, yeah, here we've got a new gimmick, these little green bowling ball type things. You jump in them, you press A, you shoot out. It's relatively simple. But anyway, you don't want to take them all because there's a crystal shard right there. So just float there, you'll get a crystal shard. Hooray. As you can see, sometimes there are just random enemies in the background that don't do anything. They're just there for flavor. And I don't know if they're there for any specific reason, or if they're just there because the developers wanted something to make the room a little bit livelier. Not sure. Oh, ooh, penguin. Penguins are adorable. I'm gonna go catch it. Haha, die, stupid penguins. Ooh, and now we've got a new gimmick, the falling block. You've seen these in pretty much every platformer ever. You jump on them, they fall, and oh god, it's a frog. Yeah, whenever you see those little eyes in those holes, there's a frog there, and he'll come out at random intervals. So you're gonna wanna keep an eye out for them. But usually there's some goodies there for if you wanna go in front of them. Now these waterfalls are interesting because you actually do fall faster in the waterfall than when you're normal. So even if you float, you'll still be pushed down. So just keep that in mind. It's really not that big of a deal. But if you want to get stuff like the food floating in there, you're going to have to enter from a higher point and then float there later. If that makes any sense, because if you try to float up there normally, you're just gonna fall. It's just gonna fall. You're just gonna fall down before you get it, even if you're floating. I don't know if I'm making sense. Probably not. Anyway, easy mini boss is easy as always. Those two guys on the bottom are probably more dangerous than the actual boss itself. But anyway, here we have Adeline just giving you food. She'll either give you food or help you out with a puzzle in every world. So. Because she gave us food right now, we know that she won't be giving us a puzzle later. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to do right now. Probably trying to get a specific power-up. Yes, I am. It's Cutter. Yeah, Cutter. I'm going to have to admit, I don't exactly remember which power-ups I'm going to need at each specific time, because it's been a while since I recorded this footage. But anyway, for this level, you're going to need Bomb Ice for this. So I go get Snow Bomb. Snow Bomb turns you into a Snowman Bomb. Yeah. And so you do that, you get a Crystal Shard. Hooray. Actually, when I think about it, this is one of the few levels that has a lot of electric enemies in it before you get to the factory level late in the game. One other thing about electric is that it gives you some of the best combos in the game, but it's kind of hard to find until very late. So don't count on seeing it too often. Oh, god damn it. Kirby, can't you just walk over to this stuff? No? Okay. Now, any Kirby fan might be able to recognize this piece of music, because this is actually a remix of a song from Kirby's Dreamland 3. I'm pretty sure it was the first level theme from Dreamland 3, but in this game it's simply called Down the Mountain Stream, and I love this track to death. I'm pretty sure that Kirby 64 sold better in sales than Dreamland 3, or at least it's regarded better than Dreamland 3. So, I'm pretty sure that this song's actually more well-known for this game than from Dreamland 3, which is odd. But yeah, this is one of the very few remixes in Kirby 64. One thing that Kirby games tend to do, especially the newer ones, is that they tend to reuse a lot of the soundtrack. But Kirby 64, this is really one of only 2 songs that gets remixed, as far as I know, anyway. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, this is a very fun song. I love it to death. Yeah, so this section just hold right to win, Sonic Rush style. And yeah, you really shouldn't have a problem. And there are also ice guys too. Those are also somewhat hard to find until we get to the ice levels later in the game. But yeah. Oh boy, mini-boss. I wonder if it's going to be pathetically easy like the rest of the mini-bosses. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm somewhat of a ditz when it comes to remembering which powers go where. So I tend to do a lot of backtracking back and forth. This playthrough, the total footage time my total playtime for this footage recording session was about 4 hours, and after editing, this LP ended up being more like 2.5-ish. So that's so a lot of your playtime in Kirby 64, if you're going for 100%, is going to be from backtracking, getting the power you need, and then coming back. That's one of the things that that again bugs me about Kirby 64, is that if you want to get 100%, you're going to be doing a lot of backtracking, which isn't the most fun thing ever. But anyway, yeah, now we've got the first of many sled sections with Waddle Dee. Basically what's going on is you're moving forward at a steady pace, and then you gotta jump with the A button in order to avoid death. Whenever you're about to see something, whenever you're about to take damage, that little exclamation point will appear over Waddle Dee's head, and then if you don't press A in time, you will take damage. Generally, these are pretty easy, but there's usually a crystal shard on during one of these sections, so you gotta be careful. But really, as long as you know where the crystal shard is, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, and if you don't get it on your first try, you'll definitely know where to get it on your second, so you should be fine. No problems, really. And I mean, with this soundtrack, how can you not enjoy this scene? So yes, now we continue going down the mountain stream. I thought there was a crystal shard there, but it's actually later down in the level. So yeah. Oh, here we have our introduction of our Invincibility candy. Basically, you get it and you become pretty much like the Power Star in Mario. You're essentially invincible for a period of time. Lots of fun. There's no real other benefits to getting it other than, you know, you're invincible. So don't waste that invincibility. Go at it, have fun, kick ass, chew bubblegum. All that fun stuff. Ow, Sir Kibble, you hit me. That was not nice. So anyway, yeah, now we're going to, instead of going down the mountain stream, we're going up the mountain stream. So now we're fighting against the current, so again, trying to walk on the water, you're going to go slightly slower than normal. So I would recommend jumping, floating, that's just generally faster. And now we've also got the introduction of these Spiky Logs. If it touches you, you take damage, obviously. So what you're going to want to, I mean, you can fly, so you should be fine, unless if there's a whole bunch of them coming towards you, which I think only happens like once, and it's not even in this section. But, yeah, sometimes what happens is that Kirby takes some knockback from them. And so when you take knockback, you're just going to be pushed forward, forward, forward. Your invincibility frames will run out. You'll take another push, another damage. You'll keep on getting knocked back and back and back. So yeah, I accidentally got Fire Sword again. Totally didn't mean to do that, by the way. But I don't really care because I already showed off Fire Sword. I don't want to show it off again. But I actually have Single Fire now. Single Fire, you just pretty much just turn into a fireball and fire, I guess. It can be slightly helpful for this section because it'll help you float over some of the obstacles, but generally it's okay. Anyway, I'm ExandShadow, and I'll see you guys later.